Welcome to my channel. This is Olivia Nuzzi or Nuzzi. Olivia Nuzzi. We'll verify that here soon. So, Vanity Fair parts way with Olivia Nuzzi amid Robert F. Kennedy Jr. controversy. What is Vanity Fair? Vanity Fair, the influential American magazine covering culture, fashion, and politics, known for its celebrity profiles and high quality photography. Olivia, she's a American writer and editor who served as the West Coast editor of Vanity Fair. Prior to her time at Vanity Fair, Nuzzi was the Washington, D.C. correspondent for New York Magazine from 2017 to 2024 and a writer for the Daily Beast covering the Donald Trump 2016 presidential campaign. So parting ways with Vanity Fair.
In a move that has sparked both curiosity and controversy, Vanity Fair and journalist Olivia Nuzzi have decided to part ways, marking the end of a relationship that has been under scrutiny for months. But here's where it gets even more intriguing. This decision comes on the heels of Nuzzi's highly publicized connection with Robert F. Kennedy Jr., a relationship that has raised eyebrows across the media landscape. In a joint statement released on Friday, both parties emphasized that the decision was mutual and made in the best interest of the magazine. They announced, Vanity Fair and Olivia Nuzzi have mutually agreed to let her contract expire at the end of the year. This development follows Nuzzi's appointment earlier this year as the West Coast editor for Vanity Fair, which recently published an excerpt from her memoir, American Canto. But this is the part most people miss. Nuzzi's departure from Vanity Fair isn't her first high-profile exit. Last year, she left New York Magazine shortly after acknowledging a personal relationship with Kennedy, whom she had profiled during his presidential campaign. While New York Magazine conducted an investigation and found no inaccuracies nor evidence of bias in her work, the situation left many questioning the boundaries between journalism and personal life. Adding another layer of complexity, Nuzzi's memoir, American Canto, released earlier this week, delves into her relationship with an unnamed politician, a detail that has fueled speculation and debate. And here's where it gets controversial. In the lead-up to the book's release, Nuzzi's former fiancé, political journalist Ryan Lizza, publicly challenged her professional ethics, raising questions about transparency and accountability in journalism. Kennedy's spokesperson has vehemently denied any personal meetings beyond a single interview.
So that's interesting. So apparently a part of her storyline, she had some kind of relationship with RFK Jr., right? But it's kind of like it's kind of speculation as well. You see RFK Jr. has that Michelle Obama birthday right there, Robert Francis Kennedy Jr. So a political story here. And now she's parting ways with Vanity Fair. Let's play this.
I've been friendly with Olivia over the years, and I want to give her the credibility of this. She's one of the best writers of my generation. She wrote for New York Magazine.
Why is she having affairs with
I'm going to get there. I remain frustrated that when this story comes up, there are so many calls for her to be held accountable, her being dragged, and RFK Jr., who allegedly participated in this, just gets off scot-free and is in the cabinet. That bothers me, but I do feel strongly. I think
whose fault is that?
I think it's society's. I think that society needs to
Jr.
call for
has
men.
Denied it, though. He said
the man had more power.
It might have been another
30
man
years
with
older than her.
One at a time.
But I think journalism matters more than ever, and when you break ethical boundaries, I think that makes people lose trust in the media. I think part of the moment we're in is people don't trust the media because of things like this. But I also think this is a byproduct of what's happening in journalism right now. A lot of it, like, great journalists are getting laid off left and right. It's hard to be able to pay people for good journalism, and a lot of it.
All right, so I don't know if either of them were cheating on, their spouses, or it said Olivia's, someone she was formerly engaged with. They mentioned that character, and I'll bring him up in a bit. And this just kind of seems like soap opera storyline stuff. Is RFK Jr. married? They're making this sound like it's So look, RFK Jr., it looks like is currently married. Well, it says married 2014. I don't see an end date there. Cheryl Hines. So yeah, look, they're married. So, that could be a big deal for Cheryl Hines right there. But Olivia, she was engaged. Let's see if we get an answer here. No, not married, but she was engaged to that Ryan Lizza guy, who I'm going to bring up in a bit, and they mentioned in that video. They called off their wedding after reports about the alleged affair with RF Kennedy Jr. Okay, so now, things are getting juicy, huh? So you see them right there. So that's just about as deep as I get into the story. And look, we get the 125 again right here, which popped up a couple of times in recent video. These numbers hit by the stories hit by the numbers, which it's some kind of pattern that hits throughout the year, and then you get a bunch of stories with everything related. Look at that. I mean, because the article date you see is 125 December 5th, and Vanity Fair equals 125 in the language. Isn't that amazing? This is the ex. Well, they were engaged and then broke it off. This is him right here, Ryan Christopher Lizza. This is a political connection as well. Middle name Christopher. Donald Trump's dad's middle name is Christ. Right? And look at right there. So she was engaged to this guy. It got broke off because of the relationship affair rumors or whatever with RFK Jr. and Olivia. Look at this guy's birthday is the 12th day of the 7th month. 1, 2, 7. As I speak right now, it's 1, 2, 7, the 12th month and the 7th day. So do you see how that works? 12th day of the 7th month birthday. Today is 12th month. 12. Let me say that again. 12th day of the 7th month birthday for this guy, trending now. And today is the 12th month, 7th day. Wow, that's hard to say. But you get 12/7, 12/7. This guy's an American journalist. And look, he's politically connected. An interview with White House Communications Director Anthony Scaramucci resulted in Scaramucci's dismissal. This guy interviewed him. Senior political analyst for CNN. So you get political connections here. There he is right there. She reflected on their relationship and the fallout from it in the memoir American Canto, which refers to Kennedy as the politician and ex-fiance Ryan Lizza as the man I did not marry. Okay, so that's interesting how it's put like that. It was exerted in Vanity Fair, but competed for attention with a series of Substack posts by Lizza that contained embarrassing allegations. But you see the 127 connection there with him and today's date. Her birthday is 11 days before RFK Jr. and they're trending together. You see that? She's got that 1/6 birthday. Remember, that's Eric Trump's birthday. Eric Trump birthday. 1/6. That's the Usha Vance birthday, the vice president's wife. Shout out to Richard West. That's the Vladimir Putin birthday. Oh, you know what? I'm wrong. What were we saying? Who had the 1/6 birthday? Oh, Putin's wife. Wow, I mentioned that in a video too. That it was Putin's birthday. My bad. I can't remember what video that is, so I can correct it. But damn, that's the Putin's wife's birthday. Man, what video did I mention? I think I mentioned that a couple times. It was Putin's birthday. Well, at least I came close, right? But yeah, that's it's not good to be it happens, but it's not good to be wrong when you're decoding fake stories. But you got 3 political connections there with that birthday. And yeah, Richard did say it was his wife, and I said it was him a couple of times, but connected to politics, okay? Remember also, let me go back to her page here. Remember also, prior to her time at Vanity Fair, Nuzzi was the Washington, D.C. correspondent for New York Magazine from 2017 to 2024 and a writer for the Daily Beast covering the Donald Trump 2016 presidential campaign. So, and John equals 16 and 61. And the Capitol riot was on Olivia Nuzzi's birthday, Eric Trump, Usha Vance, Putin's wife's birthday. Olivia Nuzzi equals 61 to go with the 6th day of the first month birthday. And again, the 2016 presidential campaign for Donald Trump, she covered. You see that? Look at the connections with Trump. Donald 50, like the Daily Beast, the magazine. So she's been with a few magazines, right? You call that a magazine? Are they even I mean, should we just call it the internet? I don't know. Do people buy magazines anymore? Look at that. Donald 50 like the Daily Beast. Donald John Trump 220 and 76 like the Daily Beast. Daily's got the D like Donald. So this is like symbolism. You know what I'm saying? Are you a beast, Donald Trump? And you see a joint statement Friday from the magazine, and Nuzzi said they have mutually agreed in the best interest of the magazine to let her contract expire. And that's Vanity Fair West Coast, I guess. So she's parted ways with a few different, I guess we could say magazines. It says magazine right there. She was on New York Magazine as well. So she's parting ways again. Now Vanity Fair. Friday's in the article. You just saw it. From Friday to her next birthday is a 4-week and 5-day span. 45 when Donald Trump was the 45th president. And he became that 45th president in 2016. Connected with Olivia Nuzzi. You see that right there? Now, obviously the 47th president. Olivia Nuzzi's this guy who she was engaged to, Ryan Lizza, look, he's born in 74, which is the 47 reflection. And again, president, White House, government, Republican, and all that equals 47. Trump. So a good one, right? Nice, easy one. That's, I'll leave it right there. And I'm going to scan the article. Let's pull this up. See if maybe any 16s pop up. It looks like we have UFC 323 trending. I don't know, man. We just had 322. Olivia Nuzzi is age 32, by the way. And she reflected on their relationship and the fallout with the ex-fiance as the man I did not marry. It was excerpted in Vanity Fair. Their feud quickly gripped media insiders as Liza alleged that Nuzzi had an affair with another profile subject and had given Kennedy political advice, both considered off limits for journalists. That's what I was figuring. I mean, it could be worse, right? Nowadays, could be worse. And let me pull up the Robert Liza. Maybe I got his first name wrong. Bob Liza. I don't know. What was his name? Uh, uh, Liza. Let's just put Liza in and see if dude pops up. So he can't be that famous, right? This is the ex-fiance. He's got a page right here, though. Right? Dix Hills. He was born. Ryan. And remember, he's got that Trump dad middle name, Fred Christ Trump, but it's Christopher. Right there. So there he is again, the ex. I mean, I would be upset too. I'd be like, I'm not marrying you. You know? So she's 32, man. RFK Jr. is pretty old. RFK Jr. is 71 years old. So, I mean, that's a 39 years he's older than her. If that relationship is was a thing, you know. Ugh. Look at Ryan Liza has 51 in the reduction cipher right there. You see that right there? He's got 51 and right now he's age 51. Look at that. Age 51. This is probably the most publicity he's had. I mean, I might be wrong. I never heard of him. His full name has 107 right there. Look. Ryan Christopher Liza, 107, and that connects to RFK Jr., born on the 17th and age 71 currently. 117 with his birthday is like 17, and he's 71. You know, and you get the ex-fiance for Nuzzi right there with the 107, even 271. Look at that right there. So, and that's everything. That's everything there with the article. So, Vanity Fair, huh? When did Vanity Fair? When was Vanity Fair founded? I'm interested. 1868, huh? Oh, British Weekly. What are they talking about? It's not that old. Did it become Vanity Fair? Oh, look, first issue date 1983. Okay, that's right. First issue date 1983. February. Okay. I see ya. All right, so we kind of get familiar with this character a little bit here. Oh, and look, she has the 17 connected to her. Again, look. Correspondent for New York Magazine from 17 to 24. Look at that right there. Interesting. All right, so let me see is there another 17 in here that I missed? Nope. Man, New York Magazine has 187, and that's trending with a birthday that I'm working on right now. A story. Cameron Boozer, college player. This guy's trending with Duke. And I'm working on that story right now. Look, he's got the 187 birthday. The 18th day of the 7th month. I'm working on that story now. And look, New York Magazine has 187 right there, which she was connected with. Okay, Vanity Fair parts ways with Olivia Nuzzi amid this Robert F. Kennedy Jr. controversy. Were they in a relationship? Was she cheating on her ex-fiance? There's a lot of juicy stuff going on here. We'll never know. These are all stories on the world stage. These are actors. This is theater. This is distractions. And I hope I broke that down well. Until next time.